I had a very disappointing and heartfelt call actually with a potential client who booked a session in our calendar earlier this week who was a spa based in New Zealand. The problem is that had 5 people walk through the door, new clients walk through the door in their business over the last 3.5 months of this year in 2024 so far. And these 4 key things that I'm going to share with you today are the key things that I've noticed that they were doing wrong, or in some cases not doing, which was preventing people from actually going through inquiring and booking with their business. So tune up today's training. Hope you enjoy it. As I'm filming this video on the 23rd of April, I just had a conversation earlier this week with a spa owner based in New Zealand. Now, that poor business owner had only 5 clients come through their business since the start of the year. It's now the 23rd of April, and only 5 clients new came through the business in the first 3.5 months of this year, which is terrible. And you think about it, you spend so much money keeping the doors open, lease, insurances, buying product, staff members. In this business, they'd spent a lot of money on marketing, they'd spent a lot of money on SEO, able to increase the amount of clients coming through the door and the amount of visibility that the brand got. So they weren't short on any visibility. The problem is that they just literally had burnt pretty much all the cash that they have. And they're at a point now whether it's either close the doors or do something different and give it one last crack. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you 4 main recommendations that we gave to this business that are completely low cost, that if you do them in your business as well too, you will naturally start to see more new clients coming through the door, but you'll also see more rebookings from your current clients as well too, to really get the most out of it. So the first thing we said was, because the clients already had new clients, or they already had clients that were coming to the business already there, we just said, let's just do one slight change with what we're currently doing here right now. Let's go to that client, let's get before and afters, let's get a share of their experience with the business, and let's do a shout out on Instagram, right? So let's post them on Instagram, let's tag them, and let's do a client appreciation day or a client success day as part of the social media posting strategy. And the whole idea around this is to not always just do before and afters, right? But actually just do pictures of a glowing client that's in the salon right now, or in the clinic, or in the spa right now, and post them to stories and tag them. Post them to the page and tag them as a client appreciation, and tell a little bit about their story as well too, and how much you appreciate them and how great they are and how loyal they've been to you for quite a while. Because what this shows is that when people come to your page, they see you've got active clients, they see that you're appreciating your clients, they see that you've got a good connection with your clients, and this is what's feeding good vibes back into the spa, right? So what you do is you tag the business, tag the person in that post, and then you ask them to share it onto their Instagram feed, onto their Instagram page. Because if you tag them, it'll show up in one section of their page in tagged posts. But also if you get them to share it onto stories, and you're sharing that story of how much you appreciate them and how much of a great person they are and stuff like that as well too, their friends will actually see that post on stories as well too. So a very simple way to be able to use your biggest fans, which are your raving clients that have been to you for quite a while. And it can be something as simple as like even giving them some flowers, giving them something as well too as a token of appreciation, because it actually will build a lot more client loyalty longer term as well too when you're doing these types of things and you share a bit about their skin story or some of the challenges they had before they started working with you and how that was solved, etc. as well too. Sharing that story is the first thing. And the idea is really, how can I get more visibility without any cost? I've got people that are in the door right now. I've got people that I appreciate. Let's send some appreciation onto the profile to kind of break up all of even the before and afters, break up all of the Instagram reels and the funny stuff that you do from time to time, which captures attention, and just get to like some real raw stuff on the profile, which will build a lot more credibility, but also a lot more like trust with your current audience as well too, because people will see other people that are doing business with you too. So doing something very, very simple like that to get some additional visibility. The second thing is making the booking process easier. This particular client, you had to sometimes click 3 to 4, possibly even 5 times in some cases, just to get to a point where you fill out an inquiry form. So there was products for sale on the website. You couldn't add it to cart. You couldn't click a button to inquire on it straight away if you wanted to, which would have been a better way to do it. They had just a very, very long process to booking. Even some spa softwares, right? They're just such a long process. You got to go to the page with all of the treatments, and then you got to find what it was that you saw from that marketing campaign in there. And then when you finally find it, you got to click on it. Then you got to click continue. Then you got to go and fill in and choose your appointment day and the time. And then you've got to log into a section in some cases. So you got to create an account. You got to add all of your contact details and everything like that. You get it. It's a very long process. And if you're wondering why people aren't booking, it's because the process is far too long to get to take them to that next step. There's 2 things you can do here in these cases. You can take the booking system out of it, and you can start taking booking requests. So something as simple as just adding a simple page onto the website for a booking request, day, time, service interested, your name, email, contact number, and time frames that you would like to book. Continue, and then just have automation built into the back of it where it fires off to the client and says, hey, thank you so much for your booking request. One of our team will come back and confirm this time with you very soon. And it's just as simple as you confirming it in your Salon Clinic Spa software and just sending off that link of confirmation, and even just touching base with them as well too, to double confirm the booking and everything like that as well too. Very simple little things that you can do to up the amount of conversions coming through your current marketing activities. If you're using softwares like Square, for example, or Timely or Forest, for example, there's something very simple in those systems where you can create custom links. You would just send them custom links and make sure custom links are added into the sections of the website, so it narrows down the specific types of services that people want to inquire on. So if you only want to show them body contouring treatments, or you only want to show them like microdermabrasion and then medical grade microdermabrasion as like two main things as packages, and you just want to show those ones only, then that custom link will just show those two only. Same as if you're doing something like, say, M-Face or M-Sculpt, and you might have several different packages. You might just show M-Sculpt with the different types of packages, or a trial session only and maybe one upgrade. You can do these types of things in those types of softwares. Forest, you can't have multiple, but I know with, for a fact, Square and also Timely, you can do that quite easily. So that's the second thing. So just fixing up that process just to reduce the amount of lag time between someone interested to someone booked. The third thing is being just smarter with your follow-up, because what a lot of businesses are doing is the client goes out the door, there's no follow-up, there's no conversation, there's no nothing, right? And in some cases, what's happening is it's the therapist that's reaching out, which is cool, right? But sometimes if the therapist did the treatment and then the therapist follows up the treatment with the client, you don't get exactly what the problem was or what's going on or what they really actually thought of the treatment. You get no real feedback because they don't want to hurt the other person's feelings. A lot of people want to be able to help in some way, shape, or form. So that's where, instead of using the therapist or the therapist follows up, passing that to a team member. It could be a receptionist, it could be yourself as the owner, obviously seeking some feedback and different things like that. Because if you jump on the phone, ask them some feedback, how's your skin feeling? How was the treatment? How was the therapist? Do you have any feedback for us? We're wanting to improve our level of service. Then this way, what you can do is you can find the real problem. So if someone didn't rebook, you can find the real problem as to the reason why they didn't rebook, because they didn't want to hurt the person's feelings that actually did the treatment. It might not have been a great experience. It might have been a great experience. It might have been something else holding them back that the therapist wasn't able to get to. So like a fresh pair of eyes can enable you to do that. So you're asking questions like, tell me a little bit about your experience with us today when you came in yesterday. How was the therapist? Oh, the therapist was great. Tell me a little bit about why they were great. Well, the treatment is this, that, something else, blah, blah, blah. Is there anything you think we can improve on? This and that would be great. Awesome. So if we did that, if we got considered to do this and that, would that be something that you'd be wanting to come back and redo again a treatment with us if we could do something like this? Yes, it would. That'd be fantastic if it was that, if it was payment options were easier and all these types of things, so then you can kind of work out what the objections were as to the reason why they didn't rebook. And then you can have a conversation tailored to, if say, for example, payments are an option. Hey, we've got Afterpay, we've got Zip Pay, we've got, interest-free payment options, we've got membership options. You can run them through these different types of options. And, between sort of 1 in 3, 1 in 4, you'd get an upgrade from that as a result of just having those conversations. So putting in place better follow-up systems. What we've been doing with a lot of pair extension clients, like those types of higher ticket, or sometimes in some cases clients that have problems as well too, right? Like hair correction, color correction, different things like this, is looking at having the first treatment done, completed, whatever, and then doing follow-up consultations 7 to 14 days later. In the case of skin, like a lot of our clients, doing microneedling, skin needling, SQ2 biomicroneedling, those types of even laser heavy types of treatments, right? Doing those follow-ups a certain period afterwards enables you to also get a after picture. So you get the before picture on the first treatment, you do the after photos on the second treatment sessions. And then what you're doing is when you show people the difference between the two, right? The difference between the before and the after, the pigmentation reduction, the redness reduction, the sensitivity reduction, the acne and acne scarring reduction on their skin, you can then have an opportunity and a better conversation on imagine what this would look like if you did 3 to 4 sessions or 5 or 6 sessions. Imagine what your skin's going to look like. This is just one session. You can really tap into the emotions and get a higher level of conversions on the back end at higher price points as well too. And these are great for those types of treatments that solve big problems, even things like radio frequency, whatever the treatment option is that you're currently doing. These are just very simple things you can do to be able to upsell. Lastly, I find this particular client as well too was the case. Their spa software was great at promoting the spa software, right? But not so good at like really doing something that's going to be actually beneficial to your business from a reputation management perspective, but also a reach perspective as well. And this business was, by the way, really good at reputation management, but was just missing a few key pieces. What they found is that when people left the spa, they left the spa feeling amazing. And they'd say, the client would say, yes, I'll give you a review for this. It was amazing. Like, great. Went away and 1 in every 10 did a review, and which wasn't great, but they were getting all of these reviews within their spa software, which was fantastic, right? So what we said was we switched up the internal system and we said, instead of letting the person walk away, incentivize them to give the review right now, but give away what you would normally spend in marketing as a coupon of to incentivize them, should they do it there and then. So it was very simple, the process. We just gave them a very simple template and we said to them, use this template. This has got your link on Google as well too. While the client's there, just get them to do the review there and then, so you can apply a coupon for $50 attached to their next treatment booking. Okay, so they can use that the next time they come in, and you'll need them to do it right now so that you can actually assign that and it doesn't get missed. So something very, very simple you can add in. So we just said to them, just stop right now letting people go and just start getting people to do it there and then. And these are just very, very simple things, because from every single review you get, Google looks at it and it enables you then to get further up the algorithm to be shown whenever someone searches for treatments that are relevant to your business, right? So the more reviews you get, the more visibility you'll get as a result. And then as part of that too, basically we just said, have a register at the front. Who do you know that might be able to benefit from getting a facial treatment? What we'll do is we'll give them 25% off their first treatment. All you got to do is just put down a couple of details here, and I'll also assign a very small, like a credit or an incentive of some sort to you today for providing us with a referral. So we basically just said, look, for every referral that comes through as well too, because if you look at the data on referrals, they pay the price that you tell them to pay. They stay longer at the business as well too. They work with you for a longer period of time. And as long as you provide a great service, you don't pay for advertising on that person. It's free. You already paid for it when that other client came back through the door. So incentivizing referrals, incentivizing the whole review process as well to build the reputation management within the business, it'll just help you to be able to organically be able to get a little bit more flow to your business. So those are the four main things that we mentioned for them to implement into their business. And then we just gave a very, very simple re-engagement strategy for the spa. And it goes something like this. Hi, client first name. We haven't seen you for a while in the spa. Is it time to spoil yourself again? Question mark. Regards, person's name, spa, contact details. And we gave them that very specific script. And this script we've used in hair salons, we've used in skin clinics, we've used in beauty salons. And basically what it's designed to do is just a re-engagement strategy. We call it Wayne here at growsalon.com. Where are you now? It stands for, we haven't seen you in 90 days. That's the whole idea. Very simple script for them to just basically send off to all of their past clients. The booking system luckily had two-way text. So it was just a bulk text out to the whole database, anyone that hasn't been into the spa within the last 90 days. And there you go, boom, completed, done. And they were away, right? And then you just respond back to them manually thereafter that. Very, very simple process that's very easily implemented into the business and designed to be incredibly low cost as well too, help you improve the amount of clients coming through the door. I'd like to know, those of you that have gone this far in the video as well today, comment below. Have you tried any of this sort of stuff before? If you have, just comment below this video. I'd love to hear from you. If there's some more things that you would like to see on our current channel or any of our socials you'd like us to produce more content around, also let us know below. Love to hear from you. But until next time, I'll speak to you really, really soon and look forward to seeing your Salon Clinical Spa grow. Speak to you soon. Bye.